We said this is here in another one. If a tangent in a circle intersect at the point on a circle, then the measure of each angle formed is 1/2 of its intercepted arc. Let's recap that again. If a tangent in a chord intersect at the point on a circle, then the measure of each angle formed is 1/2 of its intercepted arc. Remember, intercepted arc is an arc on this circle. Now, tangent, let's go about tangent again. Tangent is the line that only touches the circle at a particular point, meaning that it's going to touch the circle only at one particular point. And the point where it touches the circle is called the point of tangency. So remember, a chord is a segment that lies on the circle. They're telling you if you have a chord and a tangent that intersect at the point on the circle, then the angle that is formed is 1/2 of its intercepted arc. So there go what they are trying to tell you. We have this example here. We have this line, let's call it this line, line 1, which is a tangent line, and it is intersect with chord BA. They're telling you this angle, angle 1, is 1/2 of its intercepted arc. So in order to find the measure of angle 1, it will equal to 1/2 of the arc BA. Simple as that. Same thing if I want to find the measure of angle 2. I will take 1/2 the measure of ACB, this arc. This is a very simple concept. Alright? In this case, to find measure of angle 1, measure of angle 1 is 1/2 the measure of arc BA. Alright? The arc is 150. So you're going to take the 1/2 of 150, which is 75 degrees. In this case, angle 1 will be 75 degrees. Simple as that. From prior knowledge, you know angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary. Measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 is a straight angle from linear pair. So in this case, since measure of angle 1 is 75, you will have 75 for measure of angle 2 is equal to 180. Then you will have to subtract 75 from its side. In this case, measure of angle 2 will be 105 degrees. That's one way to find measure of angle 2. The other alternative to find measure of angle 2, then you know this arc BA is 150. So I can find this arc BCA. So in order to find BCA, it will be 360 minus 150. That will give you 210. That's one way. Now, in order to find this directly, I will take 1/2 of 210. So now, in order to find measure of angle 2, you take 1/2 of 210 degrees. Then that will give you 1. You bring that, and 10. That's either way you get 105 degrees. So those are the two ways of finding that. Since I know arc BA is 150, so I can subtract 150 from that side. I can find the other arc that will give you 210. Then the angle that is formed with that, the intercepted arc, is 210. If I will take half of 210, that will give me 75 degrees. Then you're done. So this is one of the easiest concepts in geometry, as long as you follow those guidelines. Alright? So the angle that is formed is 1/2 of the intercepted arc. In this case, you have this angle which is 140. Right? 140. Now they're asking you to find the intercepted arc that is from that angle. This is the angle, right? This angle is 140 and the arc is that. So it's very simple, right? If this used to be 1/2 of that, therefore this will be 2 times of that. The same relationship between radius and diameter. Then this will give you 280 degrees. Alright? And same thing, if this is 140, therefore this will be 40. And this will be the arc. The arc GJ will be 2 times as much as that. That will give you 80 degrees. So you will see that if this is 80, this arc is 80, this arc is 280. So when you take 80 plus 280, it will give you 360. So the entire circle will always add up to 360 degrees. So this is how you work this baby out. So we have another example here. You have the angle that is formed. The angle is 54. Therefore, I can find this easily. So I will take 2 times 54 is 108. Right? This will help me to find ABC. Now, to find ABC at ABC, that will be from here to there. Since the entire circle should be 360, then I will have 360. There are many ways to solve this problem. Minus 108, then that will give you that. So if you take 360, you subtract 108 from that, that will give you the leftover. That will give you 2, 5, and this will give you 252 degrees. This will be 252 degrees, then you're done. So we are doing the easy one, so you can get yourself warm up. So when you get the variable, you don't let that confuse you. So those only about the concept. So if you, the theorem says that if you have a tangent and a chord intersect at a point on a circle, then the measure of the angle that is formed will be 1/2 of its intercepted arc. So that's what we're still doing here. Now, there you go again. We have this angle which is 130. Okay? If this is 130, this has to be 50 degrees. That's the one. Remember, this is a line. Those will be linear. I can find PQ. Easy, at PQ. So if this is 50, PQ will be 2 times as much as this angle. This will be 100. Right? Therefore, I can find that the entire arc should be 360. I can subtract 100 from 360, that will give me 260. Or, since they give me this, I can go directly. If this is 130, then this will be 2 times as much as that. I'm going to take 130 and multiply it by 2, we'll get the same outcome. That will give you 0, 6, and 260. That's how you will get 100 plus 260 will give you the entire circle, which is 360. Therefore, measure PSQ will be 260 degrees. That's what there are many ways you can do those problems. Just apply the theorem, then you should be able to answer those. That look like monsters, they should not be monsters. They are easy to deal with. So just do the drill, you're going to get the work. Alright? In this instance, this is where we're going to use the information. Remember that the diameter is 2 times the radius. So this is the same relationship. You're going to use diameter as your intercepted arc. Alright? And the radius is the angle that is formed. The radius is the angle that is formed. So when I want to find the radius, I will have to divide by 2. Therefore, the angle is half of d. That's where you can go by doing this problem. Now, determine this angle is, as an algebraic expression, is 8x minus 29. And they give you the intercepting arc as you know the algebraic expression. This always half of that. So in order to make it equal, I can multiply this by 2 and let it equal to that, or I can take half of that and let it equal to that. Either way, you will get the same outcome. So my equation will be the angle is 8x minus 29 is equal to 1/2 of the intercepted arc. The intercepted arc, which is arc HJK, which is represented by 10x plus 5. That will be my equation. In order to do either I can multiply both sides by 2 or take half of that. Either way, we'll get the same outcome. This is going to become 16x minus 58. This cancel with that is equal to 10x plus 50. So the same thing happens. In this case, you subtract 10x from each side. You will have 6x minus 58 is equal to 50. In order to find x, you add 58 to each side. Then you'll have 6x is equal to 108 divided by 6. You ask yourself how many times the 6 goes to 10. That will be 1 time. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 away 10 is 4. Bring down the 8. You ask yourself how many times the 6 goes to 48. 8 times. 8 times 6 is 48. In this case, x is 18 degrees. Now, if you want to find this angle, you're going to take 8 times 18 minus 29. Or if you want to find this, you're going to take, it's easier to find that. That will be 18 times 10 is 180. 180 plus 50 is 230. The 30 you form here today is 230. Right? Now, if I want to find this angle, I'm going to take half of that. This will be about 115 degrees. Let's see if that check it out. Right? Half of 230 is 115. Or if I let x be 18, I'm going to take 18 multiplied by 8, and I'm going to subtract 29 from that. I'm going to give you 64. 8, that will be 144. And you subtract 29 from that. Alright? Now, you will have 14 take away from 9, take away from 14 is 5. Went down the 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love math. Either we check out. This angle indeed is 115 degrees. So when you know your craft, and if this is 115, this will be about 65 degrees. And if you take 65 degrees times 2, that would be 130. Guess what? What is 130 plus 230 will give you 360. Math is fun when you apply your craft correctly. Just do the drill. Believe in yourself. Apply the formula or apply the theorem. It will work out. As long as you know how to solve, math will always work out. Follow the theorem. The theorem are your guideline. So when you're doing your math, it's all about following your drill, what you are supposed to do. Alright, we have a couple more problems to go. Alright, in this case, this is my angle that is formed by the tangent and the chord. This, to find this angle, the intercepted arc is always 2 times as much as that. So I can either multiply this by 2 to let that equal to that, or I can take half of that to let it equal to that, either way. So I will have 5x is equal to 1/2 9x plus 20. That's my equation. In this case, if I multiply both sides by 2, then my equation will be balanced. This will be cancelled. Then I will have 10x is equal to 9x plus 20. Now it will be very extremely easy to solve for x. In order to solve for x, I will have to subtract 9x from each side. Then I will have x is equal to 20 degrees. X is 20 degrees. Now I can come and find this angle, this arc. Sorry, that angle. This is an arc. This arc, which is ABD is 9 times 20 plus 20. 9 times 20 is 180 plus 20 is 200. This telling you this axis is 200. When this axis is 200, half of 200 will give you 100. Let's see if that's true. We know x is 20. What is 5 times 20? 100. Bingo. Math is cool. If this is 100, therefore this has to be 80 degrees. If this is 80 degrees, you multiply by 2, this will give you 160 degrees. When you take 160 plus 200, boom, 360 degrees, right on the money. This is math, is fun. If you cannot do this, then math will not be fun. So either way, one theorem will justify another theorem. That's what math is about. Do the drill, you're going to get the grade. Alright? There you go again, they ask me to find angle 3. Now, in order to find angle 3, they give you this arc which is 140. Then I need to find the other arc here. In order to find this arc, alright, or that will be the long way, that will be 360 minus 140. But I found another easier way. If this is 140, this angle will be half of that. Half of that is 70. Then since those two angles are supposed to add to 180, therefore angle 2 will be 110, then you're done. If you did not believe that, then you can come subtract 360 from that. 140 from 360, you will get 220. This is 220. Now this angle will be half of 220. Half of 220 is 110. Boom! There you go again. Mr. This is what you on today. Alright. This is my tangent, and this is my chord, the angle that is formed, and this is my intercepting arc. Then I know this expression is, if I want it to be equal, I have to multiply by 2 to let it equal to that. If I don't want to do that, I will take half of that. Half of the intercepting arc is equal to the angle that is formed. Alright, then I will have 8a plus 10 is equal to 1/2 of 260. And then I will have 8a plus 10 is equal 1/2 of 260 is 1. That will be 3, 130. Now how can you find a? Subtract 10 from each side. Then I will have 8a is equal to 120. Divide by 8, that will give you what a is equal to. In this case, you will take 120. This is my calculator. Divide by 8. How many times does 8 goes to 12? 1 time. 1 time 8. Subtract from 12 is 4. Bring 0. How many times? 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 take away 40. In this case, 8 is 15 degrees. When 8 is 15 degrees, 15 times that is 120. 120 plus 10 is 130. This angle is 130. What is half of 260? 130. If this is 130, this has to be 50 degrees. If this is 50 degrees, this has to be 100 degrees. Then that will give you your 360 round. Mr. This was in another one. Math is cool. Follow the theorem, drill, like, subscribe, and share it. Mr. This was there and he's out.